Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text. We tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the narrative lectionary. We're looking at the Acts reading, of course, narrative lectionary with the one reading, out of Acts, and it's chapter 8, and it's the Ethiopian eunuch. And, a quick shout out to Jonathan Rudman. Lutheran musician. If you haven't heard of him, look him up. He's got some fantastic stuff. His newest album, Look Up, is great. And he has an album out, Sound Theology, came out a while ago, and two CD set that has some great, just 52 songs, looking at a song a week for the church year. It's great. And he has a song, I believe he put it out in part of Augsburg Fortress Sunday School set. It is a song about this, and it's I think one of the lines is, "Queen Candace, do I have news for you?" and about how the Ethiopian eunuch converts. And it's a great song. I love it. And I could have got the line wrong, but pulling it off in the back of my head, but I might tag Jonathan Rudman in this post and see if have him chime in, if you will. So anyway, so it's a great thing. And the thing that I keep coming, I focus on this, and I love that line, "Queen Candace, do I have news for you?" or something to that effect, is that in this story, God again expands who belongs. That God expands who is in the circle of grace. Again, expands, and the Spirit works and the Spirit moves, and in that there's that expanding. I love the line, "There's water, what's stopping me from being baptized?" It's just great as the Spirit expands. So, being that one of the things when we talk about the Spirit, we talk about, the Greek pneuma, that breath. And the Spirit moved over the waters, and the wind moved over the waters. And in the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Scriptures, we have the word pneuma for spirit and wind and breath. And love the image. And so the item I'm using for this children's sermon is a balloon. And I like the idea that you have this balloon, and then as the Spirit enters, and as the Spirit moves, as the Spirit fills, we're expanded. The balloon could be the church, and as you blow it, and it expands, and it expands, and it expands. I love it. I love that imagery. Another image that comes to mind, and I'm going to reach over here and grab this, is I've got this plaque that I have on my desk, and it says, "Impossible, you say? Nothing is impossible when you work for the circus." Love this. I love it. And the reason I bring that up is Tim Lowell, president of PLTS when I was there, and we still miss him to this day. And he used to tell me, or tell folks, that the Lutheran Church is a very big tent, and a lot of people fit underneath it. And I love that imagery. And I think that he taught a Lutheran seminary, and Lutheran to the core. So the Lutheran Church is this. But many of our churches, and that God calls us, and we see this in Scripture, that God expands who belongs underneath the tent. We think this, but God expands the tent. And it's like one of those accordion tents that more people are coming, pull the tent, and this idea that perhaps a great image of the church is the circus tent. So many gifted people coming together and creating joy and beauty. The balloon is where I'm going. This idea that as the Spirit enters in, we're expanded. And we reach out further for reaching out in many different ways. I keep wanting to say the word further, but I can't really figure out how to fit that in. So there we are. That's the direction I'm going. I hope it can be a springboard for your own thinking. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic week.